True View Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
The boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son,
They really speak their truth.
The hell was that?
you're.
What it do, man? What the business is? What's It's your boy Mel, and we are back in the building again, bringing the barbershop to the box office, man. True View Podcast.
He wasn't saying Maine, he was saying Joe.
Yeah, he was saying Joe.
Only thing he didn't say Maine in.
He did.
My
That
God.
is
Give him
true.
his credit, dog.
He went
that
straight
man.
satire with that Joe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Joe? Come on, Joe.
Give him his credit, man.
True View Podcast, Joe.
Much agreed.
Yo, and I am hyphen next, man. Thank y'all for tuning into the True View Podcast. Alley to my guy.
Yes, sir. Listen, I come in peace. I come in love. This broke my heart, but it's all good. I've been through it before, but I'm here for it. All right. I don't know what's happening, but I'm here. I'm Jay. Let's get it popping.
Yes, and once again, thanks again for tuning in. This is Grown Man MJ.
Yeah,
We here,
man.
y'all. Let's get it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. You
This
know
one
what I'm
feels
saying?
different.
Who's allergic to sage? It don't make any goddamn sense.
I thought
Anyway,
that was funny.
that shit was hilarious because I seen it happen one time. Anyway, no. All right, man. What we getting into today? Oh, wait, no. Before we start, let's start it off right. Cheers, gentlemen. Salute. There we go. All right, we're gonna keep on lighting that motherfucker up there. Oh, righty. All right, y'all. What we getting into today? The Peacock original, The Best Man, the final chapters. What is that, you might ask? Well, as relationships evolve and past grievances resurface in an unpredictable stages of midlife crisis meets midlife renaissance. That's it. I picked a short one today, y'all. I mean, I
Saw
could.
that.
Hey, appreciate you.
I started reading the long one, and I was like, "Oh hell no, hell no!" Y'all have to have me on. Hell no. But yeah, no, man, if y'all should already be kind of familiar with this series, The Best Man.
Yeah, man.
And it just picked up, man, doing the final chapters of it. What a way to close it out. I don't know. I think they gave us something to look at here.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh.
Let me just say two things, maybe. One, my first thing is when I watched this under the context of how relatable are these characters. And so I gave them all a personality from this podcast. And Morris Chestnut was boy male. And Merch to hyphen next. We already know Jay is Hart. And I ended up with Q just by
Why y'all saying it like that's a disrespect? Harp is the man. All right.
right.
But
That's
yeah,
what I said. We
but
all know
like-
Jay is Hart.
Hart
That's
was
what I
the
said.
100%.
Harp was an
Yeah.
asshole that cared only about himself.
That's not true. That's not true. But we could get
And
into it.
and that right there helped me really enjoy watching the series. And that's
I
my
will-
second point. That's my second point, that I really enjoyed this in series form with the cast that it has and letting all of these characters blossom as they did.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. I did enjoy this in a series format. you got to see a little bit more of everybody's acting in it. Um, for me, the most enjoyable thing about it was the fact that they made it so current and like in the timeline of the people that would have grown up with this. Like the first one came out in '99. I think I was going in at like that's freshman year for me of high school. So it's like I'm starting on a new journey and I'm seeing like these guys go through it. It's like it's it,
Yeah, you
what,
caught
what,
that too. I was like, what the fuck?
what, what happened?
I feel like this nigga just called me old, man. What the fuck?
Why you have to
I'm
make
not.
that point, dog? You see, I'm looking at the screen. You see, I'm looking like, what the fuck you trying to say?
I'm just,
I even caught that. I even caught that.
No, yeah, I caught it too. I just,
look,
hey, get your shit off, homie. I got
Hey,
my turn.
listen.
Right, go ahead.
Hey,
all y'all,
First,
look, you
first,
guys are
first
too-
start.
I will
each of you
say,
guys
when
are
you
too
said that,
special to
everybody on
be-
here said, okay,
Yeah,
Each of you gentlemen,
that's how we coming.
that's
each
what
of
we
you
doing.
gentlemen are too special. Each of you gentlemen are too special and possess too much wisdom to reduce yourself to the vanity of age and time. All right, let's not dwell on that. All right, let's just move forward and just be. I was stating to where I was in life, but I can only wish
You
to
was
get to where
reminding
you guys.
everyone where
I
they
was just
were in life. It sounded like.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? There's only so much I can do. but I say that to say I enjoyed the timing of it and how, especially how they broke down like, like 2019, 2020, like the years all the way through like current. They didn't try to push it too far in the future or anything like that. It was just it made it more relatable and you can connect with the characters just like how you were saying, Mike.
No, I think that was something Malcolm Lee did very well in the writing, as far as
Mm.
that continuum of time, making it feel realistic through the gaps of when we got the last project to the new
Exactly.
project as
Yeah.
well, and even in the storytelling, filling in that timeline, I thought was done brilliantly, and you don't get that in a lot of storytelling. It just kind of magically is here, and then they kind of fill it in with little clues through the context, of the writing and everything. But the actual seeing the markers and how everybody was moving with the
Yeah.
cast, like I say, with the cast that you got, as well-rounded as they are, it was like everybody actually had a good story behind them, and
So-
filling out that story was what I thought was dope with the timeline.
I won't get too much into it, but that's a good point that I wanted to bring up in the short bus. Excuse me.
I'm looking right at you, Hyphen. I'm looking right at you.
What happened?
We'll tackle that on the short bus.
Yeah, that's all I said. I literally said that word.
I will
All right.
say
So the one thing I wanted to say, right? So this shit was filmed in
this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mel. Go ahead.
No, I will say I loved the location shooting. It made me want to go visit that island, number one. I did enjoy the fact that it gave you a little recap, and then it was like a continuation of the movie.
Hey, do you all know how long it took them to shoot this?
I have no clue.
Oh, okay, because they were on site on a lot of places.
Okay, so this was shot in Dominican Republic. So the island they were at, I don't think is a real one because the accent is like ambiguous. Like all the concierge lady sounded Jamaican, Trini, and Bayesian all at once. Like it was a mashup. So I just feel like that I wish that I didn't see the point in not picking a real one other than cost. But I think that was.
Yeah, so like I really enjoy this film.
What's happening right now?
I like the whole like what Mike was saying, like the continuation, kind of what everyone's saying here is that the continuation of the story and like I was able to relate to every one of these characters, and I was able to see and envision a spinoff for each one of these characters too. If they wanted to do like a spinoff show, I could see that with any one of these characters. I think the writing was great, the location was great. It was a great film.
Well,
Personally,
Maurice Chestnut's I agree with you.
but personally, it was hard for me to kind of watch it at first because of like how relatable the stories were. You know what I'm saying? It kind of made me have to go back and relive some traumas. And in the end, I laughed, I cried. This was a great movie. I enjoyed this movie so much. Oh, I'm sorry, series. I keep calling it a movie because the first 2 episodes to me was like the movie, and then everything after that I considered like the show.
Well, since you said that, I actually saw the first 2 episodes as one movie, the next 3 as another movie, and then the last bit was the last movie. Like I saw 3 different movies in this. But I
didn't necessarily look at it like that. I looked at it like the first 2 movies were episodes 9 and 10, or were the prequel, which made this 8 episode series a 10 episode series. That's how I looked at it. I
can see that. That's a different way of looking too. So, but no, man, I always enjoy when they give a majority Black cast opportunity to do their thing and shine. So that was another big plus for me, like in seeing this. I thought everybody did well. There was really, thinking about it, there was no one that really overtook scenes. Like they spread the love.
Oh, pretty much. Right.
I didn't see it, but I mean,
Regina Hall, they killed every scene, bro.
Oh, Regina.
And you know who else I kind of enjoyed in this that I didn't think I was gonna like really enjoy? Sanaa Lathan Robin, because she was such like a side character in the other films. You know what I'm saying? They did a real good job of giving her a personality and giving her her own story. You know what I'm saying? And damn, she should have just listened to herself on that fucking beach. Like she could have alleviated a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? This was a good film. Like I said, like Regina Hall, she killed it. Her and Harold, they was killing it. Even like the little kids, like all around, everyone was doing a good job. Like I really enjoyed Lance's character because even though we got
a crown him section.
Like I'm gonna say even
get it off. Get it off.
Like even though we give, like, you know what I'm saying, Morris Chestnut us a lot of crap about being one dimensional and everything. I saw some of the subtle things he was doing in his acting without speaking. You know what I'm saying? Without speaking, like
he was grabbing the girls when he was like doing all. Oh,
like when he was when he was hitting old girl in the limousine and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing it in a trance-like state.
It was athletic.
Well, he was doing it in a trance-like state because he's doing this to try to fill a void. He was still looking empty. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all this every time he was coming out them rooms with them women. You know what I'm saying? He still looked empty. You know what I'm saying? But even though he was starved for their attention, once he got it, it was never fulfilling because it wasn't the one that he loved. This movie was fucking dope. I mean, this series is fucking dope.
Okay. Any other look at these? Anybody? Anything want to point out? Anybody?
Well, all the storylines.
I didn't.
Oh, I was just saying all the storylines. My bad. Go ahead.
I didn't like.
No, it's not. I didn't like. This is the look at me.
Look at that. It's tough. It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
Sorry.
It's like the cardiac line.
It's kind of like, I don't know if this is a look at me, but that wasn't Quentin's father in the first one, right? Like the first one, it was Billy D. Williams that was his father. That
Was
played
it?
I
his
didn't think
father.
they showed. They didn't show his
They
dad
show,
in the first one.
I
They
thought
didn't
they
I don't
show his
showed it
recall.
dad.
because it was his
No,
I don't
penthouse.
recall.
Okay.
I don't
no, they
recall
didn't
that.
show his dad in the first
I
one. And
didn't like
his
the
dad didn't. His
choice.
dad didn't get the entry to the second one when he was pulling up to the resort.
Okay. Was that the
Yeah,
same guy though?
yeah, same dude.
Okay. Yeah, then I probably just didn't like him as the
Man,
father. I felt like
Mm.
Quentin's father
I
would have been someone with a lot more cool, a lot of Joe Cool, I guess. Like I'm like a
He was
Billy
his
D.
generation
Williams.
cool.
Yeah. But to each his own.
I
Um,
enjoyed the what they did with Quentin's dad as far as the degradation of his mental state. I thought
yeah,
that was clever. That was
that's
cool.
a clever take. That's a clever struggle to give someone like Quentin, too.
Man,
Yeah, because it's like here's someone that his entire thing is meticulous in how he presents himself, and then he's like watching the man that he idolizes or he has on a
Yeah.
pedestal live in a state of
Deteriorate.
squalor and deteriorate. So
Man.
that's an interesting. I did enjoy that choice.
Well, I
I
had
do you
just
brought
want to
think
up.
the
say
blue pills
from the
gave him
look
a
at me
heart attack?
though, from the look at me, I didn't hear what you said because I
Was
was
it the
still
blue pills that gave him the heart attacks?
no, no.
Do we need to switch over to the blue chew instead?
I mean it's the same shit,
Uh,
ain't it?
I don't know, but I looked at. I was
Just
asking
drink
how long
some.
they took to film this because it gives a little bit more insight on my man. He may stroke you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what
All
I'm talking
right.
about. Yeah, that former Boston that former Boston Celtics coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you just getting
That
it?
was funny.
Come on, bro.
That was funny.
I had to wrap it up for Jay one time.
Come
But
on,
Yeah.
it gives a little more insight on him, you know what I'm saying, on how he was moving.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Yeah, he wanted
That's
pancakes.
an interesting take.
There was too much meat on that bone.
I even like the evolution of Merch and this, like how he was still kind of like the quirky guy. I like the scene when he was like, like I'm that dude, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what the kids say, like, you're that dude. Like he was starting to lose himself and his children because he was taking care of his children so much, he was losing himself. And as the children get older, they start to form a sense of independence. And then that parent starts to feel a little, like, what am I
I
supposed
saw
to
it.
do?
I saw it somewhat like that hyphen, but I
I
saw
saw
it
it
more so.
different.
He needs to
Powder
Uh,
keg.
something.
A man about to snap. Like when you hold. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No.
Finish up.
I didn't want to jump all over your point.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was
Finish
rude.
up. I think that was obvious in the writing that he was like, holding stuff in and things like that. But
Yeah.
I saw it a little bit more deeper than that from the onset of his character from the first film, how he would kind of follow Shelby around and be like handpicked by her and doing, everything up under her. And then he kind of grew out of that where he became equal with his wife, but still did not have like Hyphen said, didn't really have anything to himself ever. And the role that he played with Shelby, he started to play with his family and the support that he had for them. And he showed that strong character so much that he needed a release, and that's where he ended up in the MMA, and that was like left field for me. But I thought it tied into his character.
I got it.
No, I understood that. That actually, the MMA kind of made sense. I thought he was gonna either do that or get into like shooting type shit. Like I knew whatever the release that he was gonna choose was gonna be aggressive. Pause.
Yeah.
Gonna let that sit there for a minute.
No, it would have to be aggressive because he's held so much inside.
A lot
Like
of pent-up frustration.
just to speak on Candace and Julian's relationship, like I really I envy that. Like I really enjoy like how they were able to not agree on things, argue, and still be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I really enjoyed that with their characters. How they're and then like how they were able to build up. They're like they on this school. They're getting this award, and he's entrusting her to write the acceptance speech. And even though all these years later she feels like she's unworthy because she used to be a little stripper and she's never felt worthy enough to what she was doing. And her husband told her, you know what I'm saying, he was like, you know what, I believe in you. And then she turned around and was like, you know what, I believe in me too. You know what I'm saying? That was a beautiful scene. And it was right before Shelby came in and bought off the spa and had to,
I
get
do
Kansas
have a
t-shirt
question.
routine.
I do have a question.
Are we
Since
still
we
on the
are
look
in
at me?
since we're in the look at me, I do want to ask this question now.
Who was the baddest?
Do you think do you think a lot of that narrative that really took wave throughout the pandemic with the Kevin Samuels and everything else, do you think a lot of that was portrayed in this film?
What do you mean? Give me an example.
Well,
Like
the Kevin Samuels narrative, as far as you get the with the relationship advice and all of that stuff, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You got the
So like
single,
Instagram counseling.
Not necessarily. You want to say Instagram counseling? Yeah, sure.
Are you talking more so on his advice or what his observations?
I'm saying his observations, the advice, the people that would call in. I seem to get a lot of that played in the narration of this film. I got vibes of that while I was watching it, especially when you get like Jordan's character and her storyline, and when you talk about like the subject
Shelby.
of divorce and all of that stuff and everything like that. I get it in those vibes with Robin and Harper's character.
That was so hard.
Yeah. So with all of those storylines that they kind of had intertwined with that, and then even the side of The Bachelor as well with Quentin and Morris Chestnut's character. He played I can't never remember his name. Lance Sullivan.
Lance
Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan.
Even on their side, being a whole high profile, so to speak, individual, you kind
high
of get
value
some
males.
high value male, whatever like that. You kind of get some of that storyline within the.
Now it might now that you say that, then I'm gonna agree with you because I never thought of it like that. You do see a lot of that, like especially with the whole Robin and Harper situation for real too. Like when they were going to counseling and everything, like she was so tired of this stuck with me. Like she was so tired of showing up for him, you know what I'm saying, and him not showing up for her. But when he finally did decide to show up for her in his tuxedo late, you know what I'm saying, to the dinner, you know what I'm saying, he thought that was enough. I did it that one time. Like Harper is a very self-centered individual. You know what I'm saying? He cares about him. He not like he cared about getting the blessings from his friends, but it was for him to get a check. It was for him to for them to still be friends with him. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So like Harper is a very interesting character. Very interesting character. And I like the way they still had layer. Like he's a mystery. You know what I'm saying? Like, will he stab you in the back? Because he did fuck his homie girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and they kept joking about that. They kept asking that nigga. They kept asking him. Did you fuck the unicorn, bro? They kept asking him, so he a sneak.
I totally see where you coming from with that, Mike.
But I don't see how Harper took so much criticism, and Shelby was for the bros. She went through the cold click. You know what I'm saying? She fucked.
Because them niggas was cool with it. Even he alleviated to it. She's like, I've always loved you. He was like, well, not when you was with Merch, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, bitch. Like, I got loyalty to this nigga. Like, I love this nigga Merch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right about that because Shelby something else, man. Even when she said Harper, you see my ass, you know what I'm saying? you're welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Came in there stripping in front of the whole team. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And that's
But that was true to her. That was true to her characters.
Before we
that,
leave,
that was
look
true
at
to
me.
her character.
Can we just say
that
we just
entail
say-
leads us into where we trying to go, gentlemen.
No, not yet. Damn. So I got a question. I got a quick question.
How? Who the fuck was in charge of the green screen?
The green
Like,
screen was
the green
terrible.
Bro,
Oh,
who was
God.
in charge of that shit?
I was gonna
Yo.
say
It's the worst thing I've
Well,
ever
But
seen.
that wasn't where I was going. That wasn't where I was going.
too
Bro,
early.
that was disrespectful.
That wasn't
He
where
trying, man.
that
He,
wasn't
he's, he's been holding on.
I was gonna ask, do my man Tay Diggs bring his own wardrobe to the set, or do he just take what's on the set home with him and just wear that? Because all the shit just be the same, bro.
That motherfucker was coming straight off the damn All-American set.
Yeah, he
Yeah, like all of it be the same, bro. Like what is going on, man?
he was very snazzy. Stop it.
Okay, now that leads us into
Yeah, I only brought the Tay Diggs shit up because I thought the wardrobe in here was phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
So
actually
you know what
enjoyed
I'm
a
saying.
lot of what Terrence Howard
Yeah.
character was wearing. I was like, he did this motherfucker.
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, and it fits their person. I felt
all
like
of the styling of the person,
all the
all of the
styling.
styling of the personalities. There you go,
Yeah.
Jay. You with me? You with me?
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
it fit it perfectly. But I just want
Yeah.
to say, as far as like the story,
And when
goes,
he
right?
called her that Kunta Kinte, fake Kunta Kinte bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
man, I
my
felt that in my
God.
soul. In my soul, I
Oh
felt that
my
shit.
God.
like even her
People talk
comeback
about
of the
that.
Uncle Revis
One
shit
that I
didn't
got a
hit.
hot with that.
That Uncle Revis shit
Bro.
didn't hit. Like when she tried to came back with, because it was like, you know what? Let me. Oh man. Okay. Never mind. I want to say this about the writing first and foremost. The pace of it was phenomenal because I was like, obviously they always start off, all the stories start off with Harper's story, hence being the first, and I like the idea of this finally getting the battle between him choosing Robin or his wife,
Career.
Or
his what? No, not
Or-
Robin.
Robin or Jordan.
Or Jordan, right? Like that part of it. And then when they threw in the career being a third passion, I didn't see that coming. I thought that was going to be about more about the women. So like I liked Harper's story. I liked how they sped up Q's story, right? And got to the money. I think after that though, they kind of missed me on some of the shit. I think they were like, I don't like how Lance was portrayed as far as just being this like scatterbrain like guy, but I think it was just me
Scatterbrain.
not scatter. When I
Wait,
say
what?
scatterbrain, like frantic or like just unsure. Like first he wants to be
Uncertain of himself.
uncertain of himself, like he's all over the place, right?
Are you talking
And it's
about
like-
the son or the father?
The father, because like as far as like what he wants to do after football, or
That's
like
a real
what he's.
thing.
No, I
Yeah.
understand that, but I
Yeah.
just felt like I don't know why, but I always figured Lance would have it figured out. And it
He just lost his
well,
wife.
well,
the
I
way,
think-
the
no,
love of
the
his
way
life.
they did it, was dope. But like, I think it was, and I think that I'm not saying I disliked it. I'm just saying like that was
No,
a
I
hard
think-
thing
I-
to watch.
No, they did
Did you see the second one? Has everyone seen?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
second
no,
one?
I seen the
Okay.
second one.
I think from the character he portrayed from that second one to
Yeah,
this one,
that's true. Yeah,
I think that had a lot to do with it, and he had a strong reliability in Mia's character.
And he had the rug pulled out from
And losing the sport that you pretty much have worked your whole life to get to and play, and
On
that
top of-
being done, and you really trying to put that passion into your son and not getting really the results out of that, then
Right.
trying to run back to the field and showing all the other little failed career paths, man, that cologne commercial was hilarious, dog.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
all the other little passions he did within there, and
Yeah.
not having that
That's what
support at home, because really he was trying to hold it together for his children. He didn't have anybody to support him at all.
See, and
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
I think that's for me. It's like
I know that
coming
feeling,
out of
bro.
the second one, I felt like he would have dived. The distraction for him would have been his, like his career after that. I didn't see his distraction being like falling into like pussy, but like I get it. Like that's probably where a lot of us would end up
It's easier
if in that situation. It's much easier, and it's
Especially as a
probably
high-powered athlete.
because
Like
he
Yeah.
tried to do other careers. He just wasn't.
yeah.
He
his
wasn't
mind
centered.
there.
He wasn't centered,
Yeah.
and that's
It
what I
wasn't.
got.
It wasn't feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah,
sure
I
of
think
himself.
I kind of would have preferred that though.
a lot of my shortcoming came with a lot of the storylines and the plots and shit that they left open.
What you mean by that?
What happened with the professor and
Yeah.
Camp?
They
They
showed
wrapped
that very quickly. They had her on the cover
Yeah, like the
with
women
some
that
white
started
women.
the
The
Me
women
Too
that
shit.
told, basically.
Yeah, but what happened with that? Okay, she made it to the cover, but what
He
happened?
got told on. You already know what happens. You
It's
lose
over for him.
everything.
Everything.
Yeah, it is
Everything.
done with you.
Everything.
Mel, you wanted
Everything.
to see Merch go fight, bro.
I
I
did.
wanted to see
wanted
that.
to-
I wanted to
did.
see
I
that.
wanted
I
to see
did.
that.
I wanted to
I
see
wanted to
that.
see that.
I wanted to
I would've-
see it.
I was
I would've
disappointed.
I would have rather they put all that training Merch had into that motherfucker's face versus him doing some
That's what I
shit.
thought was gonna happen. And
Yeah.
I got geeked. I was like, yes, let's
I thought
go.
it was gonna be that. I thought he was gonna get slammed on that desk or something.
Woo.
I would have
Mhm.
rather it been
At
that
least
versus
flying
him being
knee.
at a tournament.
A flying knee. Especially when that motherfucker said he stood right here in my goddamn house. I'm like, yes,
Hell
Yeah.
Oh, that's the audacity, bro.
boy.
Yeah,
That one, Quentin's
I can
father.
agree with that.
Quentin's father, they just kind of was like, all right. I was like, wait, what happened to him? Like, did he end up selling the hotel? Did
He's Rudy. He went upstairs and never came back.
that motherfucker they
Nigga,
did to him when they did
Sadly, we know what happened, man. He got dementia, bro. We know what happened to him, bro.
Family Matters.
He got
just kinda
dementia.
Yeah.
that
She
motherfucker
went
went.
up
Ain't no nice way to write that in. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but finish
They gave us all the signs. They gave us all the signs.
I didn't really see much unfinished with the storytelling of the characters that I got here. I did see it almost.
Quentin's father. What happened with his health?
He wasn't that important, and they kind of showed enough for me to get the point. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
really wasn't.
Did Merch keep fighting? Did was
Don't
it
care.
just something that was one and done? Why did they give so much
I mean,
airtime to
Merch
LJ?
50 years old. He ain't had no business fighting. No way.
That was to show his change. To show his put emphasis on his change.
Yeah.
Hey. No, I understand. Your Merch can still be out there, sparring and all that shit, man. You can't.
For this to be considered the final.
I mean, it's not
chapter,
like they were still a nigga that's still working out at the Y. You know what I'm saying? Like he, like he was still just going down there. You know what I'm saying? Chilling out because he went down there initially to just blow off some steam. It was until that coach said, "Hey, you're a natural. I see something in you." Someone started to believe in Merch. Somebody started to believe in Merch.
But no, I did feel like they gave way too much airtime to LJ in that whole situation. I mean, I understand that you got I understand.
That's my 2-5.
Do you feel like it was too much box checking or whatever?
Yeah, no, it was 100%. It was even,
why focus on that? Like that was,
it wasn't even genuine. That was the other thing. It was clearly pandering. Like when she would be explaining what a non-binary when Neil Long's character
them episodes there, bro. Whoa. Bro, I was like, when they kept saying they, I was like, who is they? I was like, who is telling them? Like, who's you with? I was like, yo, how many of them? I was like, he kept saying, yo, I was so confused, dog. I didn't know I was that far off of you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
Like
I
you
didn't know I
think
was
hey,
you're
that
Quentin
far
said,
organized.
and now
dog.
we got to tell Lance a whole nother pronoun.
Yeah, like we got it. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is we going through right now?
That and I
Yo,
hate
that was.
that.
I had to rewatch the episode because I thought I missed some characters. Like
That was
I really was struck.
The
Like
whole
I was
slew.
hurting here. Yeah.
And I really hate that they're pushing that agenda to where father can't raise their son or daughter to be straight people. Like it's
mean,
taboo to raise them to be straight.
I just felt like I feel as though like this was an opportunity to just like oh God, I'm trying to be. Here's my thing,
It's
right?
confusing as hell because I was trying to get the breakdown. Like he's saying he non. What do you say?
He's non-binary.
Non-binary.
Non-bindering. Yeah, non-bindering. Because he's non-bindering. You understand what I'm saying? He said he feel like the male, then he feel like his female side, and he present whichever. But you was presenting male the whole time, so people was addressing you as your male side. So what was you offended of? Like it's so twisted.
Like that one, the scene with the friend, with LJ's friend and shit. That scene when they went to go try to find out where LJ was at.
He was being a smart ass. That
yes.
Shit a whole lot different.
Yeah,
that
make the community look deceptive. Like you know what I'm saying? Like all the day talk make it seem deceptive now. Like, and I was severely confused. That's all I'm saying, fellas.
I'm trying to figure out who is he.
Conference call or something, man, to help me through this episode because I was off, bro. I was lost.
Cliff notes.
I think that when I say like, I felt like they had an opportunity there to kind of shed light on like how, you know, like you're not too far from violent. Like take advantage of the violence that's going on in the Black community or through music. Like when the rich suburban kid who's never seen that life, but because he listens to the songs, he's now going into the hood and creating havoc, and like play on that angle. Like there is so many different things they could have gone that I feel as though could be relatable to a lot of young Black men that are growing up either in affluent families or just in athletics like this. You see what I'm saying? Like there's just so many things they could have touched on, but instead they chosen. To me, I felt like it was an easy way out. It was an easy way out. It was like they want, because like who's gonna go against that? Like obviously Lance's character is gonna have a trouble with that. We obviously he's gonna come around because he loved his kids. So we didn't even need to explore it.
But my whole thing with that is, if you're going to address this whole they them shit, all of this bullshit out here, why would you not address with him being a God-fearing man that he feels that God doesn't make mistakes?
I agree with that. If this is like early Tyler Perry, I think we would have got that. Real talk.
Yeah.
Like early stage play, and like I'm for real. Like I hear what Mel is saying. Like if they wanted to play that route because they played the whole, you know what I'm saying, if God loves you, then I love you. They went there. So you're like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Go there. Like tell both sides. Don't give me this one-sided bullshit and make me feel bad for being a straight person in the goddamn world. Like y'all the motherfuckers coming up in here disrupting shit.
Like to me,
and speaking of, I'm sorry, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to me, like after I saw how they handled this in the Upshaws, I got a different standard as to how I expect this kind of shit to be portrayed, because Upshaws didn't come off pandering. You know, it came off like, look, I still love you. I'm still like it didn't portray Black men as like we're gonna.
And the son wasn't on no flamboyant shit.
You see what I'm saying? Like it was just like there was no.
That's the difference between
but
Jay, that's what they were explaining. That's the difference between being gay and non-binary.
Right.
That's my thing. It's like
you were just
one of them come with clear platform boots. and eyelashes.
Hey, everybody stop it.
I don't know what street we hit. headed down. This was my turn was the other way. I was like, who stopped is this?
You still on the bus? You still on the bus? I
jumped out right when I saw it.
Who stopped is this?
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
I'm not even here, bro. I wanna go home.
Man, it's little stuff like that, man. And then a lot. Sometimes they got a little too cheesy for me. It got very, as I say, Tyler Perry-esque, with the storylines and the plots on it. So I was kind of turned off a bit.
Yeah, I will say this: I didn't like the non-accountability for Black women in this film. That was part of my. That's part of my 2-5.
So
if you watch a Tyler Perry film,
hold on.
Like, he always shits on the men. Always shits on the men. It's always the men's fault. It's never a woman's fault. And that's where I got the Tyler Perry-esque from.
I got my ask my old lady if that was cheating what she did, and she gonna tell me nah, and I'm like, oh word.
Who did?
What
Robin did.
What Robin did with old boy that was with the vegetable and shit.
Well,
motherfuckers bringing the heat. You got another motherfucker lifting up and playing with my child. Like,
the whole thing about the sale of that building and everything too.
Yeah,
like you found this out by some other dude that I don't know. Then I want to vet the shit, and you get mad because I'm vetting it, and now it's sold. That's how real estate works.
Like,
it was bigger than that. Yeah, it was just bigger.
I get where she was trying to be is bigger than that from, but like she always played.
She has a point.
What I'm saying is like we always go that route with the women's character, and as far as Hyphen was saying about women's accountability, it's like, yo, this man was holding it down, bro. This mug was a millionaire off a book he wrote about his college friends. That got you started in all your food shit. And so he has been supportive along the way.
Yeah.
And it's like
just not the way she wants to be be supportive.
And it's like, yo, when do we not give a man any credit for the work that they do put down, dog? It's like we take a beating on every angle, bro. It just don't feel right. It just didn't feel right in the writing, bro, as far as how mature everybody else seemed in their relationship for that to break them, like for that to be the breaking point on them.
For me, I felt like in that respect with the restaurant, Robin came off a little bratty, but I also understand. Like I felt like she has a point. She has a point. Yeah, she has a point though that like she's earned that blind loyalty and that blind trust. She's earned that over the times that she's given it to him. But for her to react the way, knowing the nature of how she came about this shit, is foul.
Bro, you know how much New York real estate costs?
That's a fact. It's millions. No, I hear you.
You know better than anybody.
This wasn't, and that's what I'm saying. Like this restaurant wasn't the hill. There's too many things that could have gone wrong that he needed to do the due diligence. But like, this restaurant wasn't
that question that the therapist asked. You know, did she voice any of that? And she was like, "Nah, I've been mush mouthed all throughout this time."
Yeah,
you can't hold him accountable for your
silence.
And not being forthcoming. You know what I'm saying? He can't be accountable for that, and he has been accountable for where he has went wrong at. And I thought they was one of the more solid couples, and I didn't think that should have broke them. That's what I'm saying.
For real.
Well, I knew they was going. Well, honestly, if you pay attention, you understand that their marriage was eventually going to fail.
Yes,
because she always compromised. It was always her that compromised. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't like. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead. You didn't like what?
I didn't like how they always made it seem like his shit was always from a selfish standpoint. Like he wasn't going through shit not being able to be near his kid or having to spend the time away from his family to make the success that he wanted for them. Like I just felt like they just kind of
not only that,
his feelings.
Well, he is kind of stuff because they could have moved to the island. He could have wrote from the island.
Hold on, Hyphen, because you talking about some what if. I'm saying not only what Jay is saying, like the sacrifices that he was making for the family. It was things
Yeah.
that it was like I said, Robin could have spoke up, but it was things that happened throughout the series. Man, you done made me lose this shit, dog. Straight up.
I will say I wish they would have gave more time in on Lance and the island girl. I forgot her name. Like
See,
as
no,
far as,
I'm kind of glad they played it like that. I wasn't ready for another character to get introduced to this story.
Jasmine.
So I don't know if you guys.
they could have dialed down LJ and gave more attention to that, like a real main character of the
I
fucking
agree
series.
with that.
I get what
agree
you're
with
saying, and him finding another love would have been a better story angle.
Especially since like our first introduction to him is him in this film in the series is him saying he's never feeling like that again. I think that would have been a better.
And that was what made that scene so devastating, man. That's what made it so devastating when he had that dream about Maya, and then all of a sudden it was Jasmine, and then he wakes up and then Jasmine is running outside his window, and then he wakes up the next morning like, I'm gonna meet her up here and nigga, I'm engaged. You know what I'm saying? But then he still wanted to be her friend.
Your note-taking abilities knows no bounds. Like fire.
Thank you.
Fire.
Thank you. I mean, I just really enjoy this film. Now back to the women, no accountability for women, no. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Shelby and Quentin thing, that this is fucking kid. This is kid.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, really, Noah, like 13 years. This your kid. She been calling you Uncle Q.
Yeah.
They ain't really talk about it. Like I hated that.
He made jokes throughout the whole series. He was like, "Come sit on Uncle Daddy lap" and all that other shit.
It's inappropriate. That was that's part of my 2-5. No accountability on her part.
I'll challenge you this though. Would you expect someone like Q's character to react anyway, other than to make jokes about it and hide his true emotions behind it? Because remember, it wasn't until he was like sick that he was like, "You're gonna start calling me dad." Like it wasn't until later on that he was like, "Why can't you call me dad instead of Quentin?"
So I look at Quentin. Yes. No, I would expect him to go another way because I understand how much family means to Quentin. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the thing, he has a brotherhood with his brothers. Those are his brothers. So for 13 years, you didn't tell me this is my daughter for 13 years, and you've been fucking me.
That's dirty.
That's fair. That's dirty. Yeah.
Like it should have been the reverse reaction than when he was in the airport trying to grab her, like professing his love for her. You know what I'm saying? He should have spewed on her. Like she should have got that. But we just seen the evolution of the internet hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like she was savvy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like she was really savvy with it. She went from being a housewife to going on to the show, doing Twitter. Like she just kept elevating. Yeah, she just kept elevating, even though that is a huge thing. And now his own daughter is manipulating him to get what he wants because that's what she learned from her mother. But they ain't really touch on that too much.
No.
I ain't like that. That was part of my 2-5.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually part of my 2-7. Like
the other thing, sorry,
like it didn't. I don't know. It was cool seeing it. It was cool seeing it, but I could have done without it. Like this series is something that I was just kind of like, all right.
I was looking forward to this. Like these movies. Yeah, no, these movies.
No, I was definitely looking forward to it.
You know what I'm saying?
And it did not live up to what my expectations should have been. I felt like they took a lot of the characters way out on the plank, and
right there.
Go ahead.
Like that's where my heart got broken, because I felt like they did that with Q. I felt like they just kind of threw his character out on a plank and pushed him off. Like there was no that like that in his entire storyline is just a 8 hours of fucking frustration.
Well, I
And it's
felt like
just
you did it with Harp. In all
that's what I'm
honesty,
saying. No, who did I said Q?
you said Q.
No,
Like
I meant Harp. I meant Harp.
Yeah,
Everything I said
I
was I
felt
was
like
thinking
Harp-
about Harp.
in the previous two movies, like, yeah, he made some, like he was faced with some selfish choices,
Yeah.
but he always made the right choice for his friends.
Yep.
And this one, they made it seem like
Ooh.
he would, you could buy his loyalty pretty much. That's what they made it
He's
seem
a
like.
sellout. He was a
The dollar
sellout.
bills, yeah, they
Well,
made
the
him
way,
out.
the way I saw Harp's character, I didn't see it that way. I didn't see he made the right choices for his friends. I saw he fit to. I saw that he saw fit to exploit his friends for his own value. I mean, his own, his own name's value. Putting
Literally what the
I
book
think
did.
I
to
think
grow
what
his
he
name, and then like that scene they had with Demetrius when he was like, "Oh, you ain't had control." They kind of took your shit and did what they wanted with it, huh? Yeah, and he was telling them like that, and it was showing that his further exploitation, how far he would let it go to the point where he would be exploited and let all of them be exploited. You see?
Oh, that was good, Mike.
Yeah.
That's,
Take
that's
this
deep.
off, man. You did good.
I think my issues.
I burned that damn cape. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Jay.
I do think that Harp usually makes the right decision for his friends, but the thing is, he wants you to be reminded that he did it.
That he did,
Because for
yeah.
me, and so like that's the disingenuous part of it. Like him coming to everyone, it was like, I want to make this movie, but I want your blessing. That's a great thing. But then he feels like just because he got his blessing, that means he doesn't have to do any hold you to any respect after that. That's why you could see what he did with Murch's character. Like he did Murch foul, right? But in Harp's mind, he's like, but I already got your blessing. You gave me that. Like you already okayed it. And he's gonna
I don't think
himself
Murch
that
was
that's
mad.
okay.
I don't think Murch was mad
mad
about the
about
depict. Hold on, let me finish. I don't think he was mad about the depiction of his character. I think he was just reminded that that's how he was.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that was
And-
reality. That a lot of
Yeah.
people don't like looking in the mirror at themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think two things can be true in that, and
Or,
I think
or
that
people
angered
don't
him.
people don't like the reflection that the
They
world
see
may have
the-
of you.
Yeah, like or the one that they see in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's
may
gonna
have-
see this now.
You may think of yourself differently than what you project to.
And
the
I
world.
think the timing of that, because it's like they show him in the movie right after he has the altercation with the police officer. So it's like, and then his daughter saying like, but dad could have done something. So it's like he's living that aspect. And
Yeah.
although everybody's moved on, he's clearly not. He's living
He
that
still is
aspect.
viewed as weak.
Yeah. And then he sees it,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh shit, my friends see me as this. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and now
But
the
in
world
Harper's,
sees me as this now.
but
Yeah.
but in Harper's mind, he's
That
like,
dog
you guys
definitely
gave me
called
the
him a bitch.
blessing.
The dog's like, little bitch.
You gave me your blessing already. So I think that was it. And I just felt like Harper's character, like unlike the first two, just was left without any redeeming qualities. Like he was just left empty, right? I think, yeah, he got the success, but he's talking about having it all.
It all came with a cost.
And everything he lost, exactly.
Lost his
It's
boys.
literally he lost everything
his
to
girl,
gain his career.
Now,
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And I think that's what makes him
That's
enjoy
a
the
question
idea
for
of
you
football.
fathers, man. That's a question for you fathers. Are y'all putting up a fight for your daughter to go to Ghana or not?
Come on now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm asking.
Oh yeah.
He
my
let it
God.
go.
No,
He let
definitely.
it go.
Oh my God. I would be
Let me,
right
let
there.
me, you know why he let it go, Mike? I'm gonna tell you why he let it go. When he bought that
balling.
fucking burger, when he bought that burger, and then his daughter walked right over there and gave that burger to that homeless man, he said she act too much like this bitch. She got to go with her. she got to go with her. You know what I'm saying? Because she's just like Robin. You know what I'm saying? and Robin has already expressed that by her staying with Harper, it has stunted her growth. You know what I'm saying? She can't breathe. She's suffocated. She can't be who she is. You know what I'm saying? She expressed one good time what she wanted
My
out of the
thing is, you
relationship,
chose.
and
I think
This is where I was. This is where I was stuck at. But with Robin, and when I had got off that point, my thing was, Robin, you chose
It's the life you
to
chose.
marry him.
yeah.
Yeah. So
well,
you have to
yes,
play that. You have. There's a role that comes with being with the ambitious husband.
So
yeah,
she wanted the
I
money.
think she thought there was a limit to the
Yeah.
ambition. I think she thought
Yeah,
there
wanted
was
the
a
friend
stopping
came
point.
with it. She seen how
Yeah.
how he did her friends. She seen all of that in the very beginning, and you still married him.
She wanted the
You know what I'm
money.
saying? And you with that, you actually got a good lifestyle with it, as far as your business and
She had a
everything,
great
creativity
lifestyle.
wise.
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about the lifestyle. It's just that they both weren't fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why is she making me feel bad for wanting a bigger house with a fucking pasta bidet and shit? You know what I'm
And she
saying?
wanted
Like,
to go off with
why is she making me? How do you not like this house? You know what I'm saying? You want to stay in Harlem? You know what I'm saying? We can drive out there.
yeah, she
You
want to
know what I'm
poke
saying?
the
Like
man.
he,
Like I
cause
can't honor none of her fucking decisions. You
yeah,
got the
because
I think
even when Harper was talking to Jordan, you know what I'm saying? like that's the relationship for real because she matches his ambition.
I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
that's
She match Go
Well,
ahead.
one thing they did that was kind of ironic with Harper's character, I thought they did very well, and I don't know if you all picked up on it, but he always was after Jordan, who was a career-driven woman. He ended up getting with Robin, who was secretly a career-driven woman, but actually had uh, a more of a nurturing type of nature to her.
Yeah, she wanted to be
That
Hmm.
college.
that could actually support Harper's ambition, so to speak. And I thought that Jordan and Robin's character actually had a lot of similarities in their ambitions as far as their careers and where they wanted to get to help other people at, basically, or help themselves,
Hmm.
basically.
I never thought about that. How they were kind of
Yeah,
similar. You actually kind of
yeah.
right in that. It was just that one was just more ruthless about it than the other one.
Oh yeah, one that had no other detours in mind at all
Hmm.
when it comes to Jordan. She had nothing else on the mind but to the top.
Oh, it was in the
But
back of
but
my mind.
I like how they show how it was definitely like Lamel says, in the back of her mind, it was a secret conflict within her as well that she didn't share with
Yeah.
her friends. That she kind of, it was like the shield she wore.
Some tough
It's
choices
part of
that
her.
these women have to make. You either go with your career or you're gonna go with the family. A lot of times you can't do both.
You can't do both.
Man,
Yeah. You only can have
that
one
was
kingdom,
another.
right? You
Man,
only
Yeah,
serve
they
one
did only
kingdom,
have.
right?
Be careful.
man, who do we think really shined or who really flopped in this movie?
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
I think Terrence Howard. This is his master. This is his lane. I feel like out of everything that he does, his performance in the Best Man series, I think, has been top notch. Right? I feel like it's this, then Hustle and Flow.
Like I
feel like
say, this is one of the only movies he don't say main in.
He's
No.
like the only thing I enjoy
That-
watching him in.
I think
right?
that's because they did give him the reference of being from the south side of Chicago, so he couldn't say that.
Joe. He had to use
Now
Joe.
the
He
person
He had
that
to use
made
Joe.
the person
That
that
nigga a
was
genius, bro.
uncomfortable, the person that was uncomfortable to watch and was just doing too much
LJ.
for me was fucking Maurice Chestnut.
Maurice? Who the fuck
Okay.
is Maurice?
Maurice
Yeah, I
Chestnut.
was
Nigga,
gonna say
Lance.
Maurice.
Lance. Yeah.
Maurice.
Nigga named Morris. Morris.
Oh,
Morris.
Morris.
I'm gonna help you. Morris.
Morris.
Him.
I
Morris
got
Chestnut.
Morris is not short for Maurice.
He
Not
was
short for
doing too
Maurice.
much for me, bro. He looked like he was performing on a stage play the whole fucking series. And it was awkward. It was like I didn't like how he always said, "Hey, what's up, son?" Like to his son. It was weird. It was I don't know. It was
What?
not that. It wasn't natural. Like I can't explain it. It was just
You sound
I
like
things.
understand what you're saying, Jay. Yeah, no, I
It's
understand
like
what you're saying.
it's like I'm watching a videotape of somebody performing on a stage. You see what I'm saying? It was whack. Like I
Like he need to
couldn't
be
deal.
walking through a little frame door.
No, dead ass. Yes. Because in that scene where
That's
he's
funny.
waving for his jersey, the green screen was horrible, man.
Nah,
But
I
yeah,
get
Well,
you're
I
right.
think
Crazy when they was on that island too, but go
Yeah.
ahead, Hakeem.
my crown on. I'm gonna like. I don't usually do this, but my crown on. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Sanaa Lathan because she really woke this character up. You know what I'm saying? This character meant something in this film. You know what I'm saying? This character was just at first just a fancy accessory. You know what I'm saying? She had her own storyline, uh, and she ended up doing something for her in the end. So she would be my crown on. Who do I think was my clown on? I didn't like Shelby, and one of the reasons I
Really?
didn't like Shelby, like it was like her makeup was never consistent. Like one minute she like a young bitch, next minute she like an old bitch, and this is all in the same scene. Like I did not enjoy that, and the little stripper scene I thought was comical. I didn't really think it was that sexy. You know what I'm saying? But she was like my least favorite. You know what I'm saying? She was always my least favorite out of all of them. But
I mean, obviously everybody's favorite is Nia Long. Like, I mean,
no, Regina Hall.
I was gonna say Regina
right,
Hall was always my favorite.
Regina Hall.
yeah.
No, my crown went to Harold. Harold Perenua. I can't remember. But Julian.
Yeah, yeah,
Julian.
Julian. Most definitely. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I really felt like to see his character transition from the I don't know.
pushover.
Yeah, I was trying to find
Yeah.
a nice word to put, but yeah, he was a lame. He transitioned from a
I don't think he
lame.
was a lame. I just think he was just a
Nah.
people pleaser. He
Yeah,
always put
Nah.
people before. He was a
Yeah,
He went
people
from a
pleaser.
super simp. He went from a
Yeah,
super
he was a
simp
lame.
to
And he transitioned into
He said it was super simple.
he transitioned who started
Oh man.
really standing up for themselves and really was just like you saw his balls drop, and it was good to see that growth in that character versus what Hollywood normally does, where they try and take a man and turn him into a woman. So
God,
in
don't do
seeing that was great. My clown went to LJ. I can't. Let me get his name.
Eric Scott Ways.
Eric Scott Ways, we got you.
Eric Scott
Eric
Ways.
Scott Ways.
And it's simply for the fact that I felt like his character was unnecessary. They could have wrote him out of the whole damn thing. But if I had to go off of clowning for acting, we're gonna go with Demetrius. That's going to Brandon Victor Dixon.
Demetrius. Oh my God.
I did not like his character, man. I did not
Yo,
like his
that's
character.
homie from Power, right? That was the lawyer.
Yeah, that's
Power.
probably from Power. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, I see why Ghost put your ass in the trunk, man.
Right.
That's all I was thinking about the whole time. Like, nigga, you took Tasha, bitch.
Like I was just like, it was just kind of like, like, oh, yeah. I see why his character was so short in the movies and all of that other shit. Like I get it. God damn it, because that motherfucker, he's not. No, he's not.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. For me, my crown definitely I think went to Julian's character. I like how they actually made him go from the almost obnoxious, annoying guy to almost like the comic relief almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's between him and Regina Hall for the crown.
Yeah.
I really like Regina Hall's character, Candace, as well, showing the growth of a whole.
I knew. Yeah, I knew you like her.
That shit is a hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? a lot of people don't understand the you know the beauty of a good hoe. So
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Whoa.
Nah,
Whoa,
talk about
whoa.
it, man.
Wait a
Whoa,
minute.
wait, hold on.
That boy
Wait a
preaching the gospel.
Tripping. She
Hold
was
on a
just
second.
tripping.
Did I say something wrong?
Come on,
Not at
man.
all.
Hold on a second.
I can't let you do that to Regina.
It was a very
Oh,
brief time in her life. What?
I can't let her
How
do that.
she?
No, did y'all see the
Yeah.
videotape like I saw the videotape? What do we call that?
Huh?
Come on now.
What video?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Hey,
No.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. She has a beautiful mind.
It's all right.
Throughout her character.
Look, now look what she doing.
Developing
She had a call from God and
medicine.
everything.
You see what I'm
Come
saying?
on, she gonna wake them up.
Come on.
She gonna wake the plant up. You heard her.
She had to hold down Merch's kids who was erratic, just like Merch.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? She had a
Right.
character here, bro.
She doped everybody.
I like her character. Yeah, she was always with a good time. Like she remind me of family. Like
I want to know who their edible dealer was. Like off rip, I just want to know who their
she
edible
made them
dealer
edibles.
was. Yo, please.
No,
give me the
Merch.
plug.
Oh yeah, you talking about when she got big?
Dumped that bag on the table. Yeah. I really enjoyed them two together. Just
But for just one night. But for just one night. Fuck them kids. That was I related. I related, bro. That one I felt that one deep in my soul because I was just like, brethren, for one night. For real.
Nope.
Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids, bro. Fuck them.
That shit was great.
Oh man.
I would give my I might be with you, Jay, on Morris Chestnut getting the clown.
Telling you, man, it was too
much.
But
I actually liked them in the series. I didn't like them in either movie. And
I have to agree with you on that. I liked them in the first one, but that second one.
I liked them in the first one. The second one is where I could see how they turned it into this bullshit.
Yeah,
it was like
if
a prequel.
I don't go with him, I will go with my man who was the
lawyer.
Professor.
Oh, the professor. Oh
yeah,
my
I don't
God.
see him listed on my.
I felt like he squeezed a little too hard,
said
like
it all.
too real.
That goatee said it all, dog. I knew he was coming.
I knew he was a creep, bro. I already knew.
Goatee was like, yo, you ain't got
pretty light skinned, huh? Just saying.
Come on, man.
It be the light
way
skin.
he came on the shoulders, bro. That's giving me nightmares, bro.
He put the eagle paw. He gave it an eagle paw on the shoulder, like
yeah. He came down on the shoulders.
The audacity, you know what I'm saying? He just got off the phone with his wife, loud as hell.
Yeah. Well, no, because he was like, "Oh, I got 30 minutes. Let me go."
Right. That nigga was like,
"That's why he was so aggressive."
Well, I only need two.
That's why he was so aggressive.
That means we can. He thought she was gonna be with the business.
God damn it. Let's see if they get flagged.
Good move.
No, man, I really enjoyed they always, I feel like the best man has always picked good soundtracks.
For
life.
We gonna jam, baby. We gonna jam.
The way that they use the songs as part of the scene as well. They've always done that pretty well. So
yeah.
What was that? What was I can't remember what song was playing when they came into Harp's apartment after Robin took the baby and shit. And they came in. Merch played. I can't remember the song, but that whole scene.
When everybody's coming, setting up
from
cards.
From the sound of the tables to the chairs. You know what I'm saying? To the cards. You know what I'm saying? Then they played the music. Yeah. Like it was just really, it was really genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like I really enjoyed that. I was just like, man, that's a
like
good
I
scene.
believe like they would do that in real life.
Yeah, like
That's
come
he
on,
was
Harp.
real.
Harp. We need four. We need a fourth.
We need a fourth.
No, they always do a good job of catching the vibes as far as the music selection that
Yeah.
they have with the scenes and what's going on in the film at that point in the movie or series, I should say, in this case. Something that always also
did
caught
think-
me was like a lot of the transition music was, it seemed like it was original, but
Whoa.
it also what
Transition. My bad. I keep.
yeah.
OJ. My bad.
Come
Wow,
on,
oh
man.
my god.
Come on,
Wow.
dog. The transition music in between scenes that caught me.
He did have his transition music when he walked out with the boots and shit.
Do you think that was like him telling like their version of LJ and of EJ and Magic? Like they wanted to
Man,
tell
bro, that's funny.
their insight on what that relationship might be like.
Stop.
I
Still my son.
I'm trying to connect that, but I think they were just trying to make to connect the alpha male to
Lance Jr.
A non-binary child.
Okay.
This motherfucker love that binder.
Stop. Yeah, it's binary.
Well, no, they did make the joke in the movie. It was like bindery, the binder. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he was funny, man. The whole scene.
Come on.
I like that also with the technology that they also had with Jordan's cell phone popping up and all the text messages and all that stuff, all of that, like those real life alerts that we always responded to and how she was responsive to it in the film. I thought that was good notes to add to her character. You know, you only got it with her character mainly, but and even like when Q made the mistakes texting, I thought that was comical. I thought that was good, but just those little notes in there, as far as like you said, the deck of cards, the emails, and everything else. I think those were good notes as far as the flavor is concerned.
Touche. Well, if that's it, let's go ahead and have some fun with this motherfucker, huh?
It is everyone's favorite game show. Rename that movie.
You on mute or something, Jay? I can't hear you.
Did you fuck the unicorn?
What you say,
Spicy.
Jay?
I said spicy pig skin.
What?
What?
Spicy pig skin.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What?
All right.
I don't get it. Oh, because of the football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Wow. Wow.
That's clever. That's clever.
You can do
clever. But that was clever though.
No new friends.
I like that one.
Fuck boy.
Stay undefeated.
Fuck boy.
I mean, that's
obsessive passion.
Each and every one of them.
Obsessive passions.
No. Father time.
You said Father time.
Father time, yeah.
Lose it all. Trade it all.
BFFs.
Trade it all.
I like it.
The tipping point.
Merch for best man. That nigga was campaigning hard as fuck.
Yo, that was ridiculous, dog. That's why I gave it you, dog. That's why
when he smacks, I thought that was Sensi, and she said, "Ready, Ross."
That's what I be. That's what I be on.
Hyphen would be that nigga that could be like, as the best man, you should.
Yeah, I mean, motherfucker got responsibilities.
Who needs friends?
Where do we go from here?
Let's say,
Sir Lancelot.
Looking ass. Giddy up.
Fake Zimbabwe.
Whoa.
Pony Island.
Um. I don't know, man. I like to trade it all. That's where I stand. That's my vote.
Trade it out.
Trade it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Meaning like you trade one lifestyle for the other.
Yeah, he traded his family for his success.
Gotcha.
I didn't like that too. That's kind of what they made it seem like. Because at the end of the day, he's left alone. Like Harper's telling him.
No, she
Robin
left.
is telling him. Not Robin. Jordan is telling
Jordan.
Harper, I can't be the rebound, and it's gonna take you for a while to get over this. And then 2 years later, they're still not together. I just
That's
feel
all
like
right. They fucking that third year.
but that's
Get
my
together.
thing is like I feel like they called it the final chapter, and I feel like the ending would be more acceptable to me if I thought there was going to be another one. But for this to be it, like the final one to ever be made, and this is how the stories end, I felt cheated.
Open cases.
Open cases.
Oh yeah, not another marriage. Shit. Not another wedding. Shit.
Here we go.
Shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
Mandingo Warrior. That's going to be who she marries next.
Sage and Juice. What was that plant called? The Asawaka plant?
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
Motherfucker said the
And when, right, the Waka Flocka. The Worcestershire.
Waka Flocka, your ass.
What was she calling it? The Mama Wana?
I got some of
The
that.
Mama Wana.
Mama Wana.
Juice.
I got a house full of kids too, but I do have some.
Wow.
That shit is fire. That's all I got to say.
You make that shit in a bathtub and Kendall. Fuck out of here. I ain't drinking that shit.
No love lost.
Selfish. Ungrateful.
A1 day ones.
Shellfish.
Ungrateful.
A1 day ones, yeah.
Stick to your passions. Stick to the blessing God gave you.
Boy, stop.
That's what Q told him. That's what Q told him to do.
Trust your gut, not your nut.
Hanging by a thread.
He said, Merce, you a genius. That shit was incredible.
I don't know.
Edibles not for resale.
Love affairs.
6 degrees of separation.
Thought I was feeling you? Munch. Cause of the munch.
Man, have y'all seen this nigga Keith Murray telling about the world he a munch?
Yeah. Oh man, that's him, bro. Yo, what I don't understand, this motherfucker is talking about, he's talking about eating Shorty out, right? He's about to go into talking about eating out Shorty, and then he goes, and her father was a jazz musician. And I'm like, how you make that disconnect?
Yeah, what is this motherfucker on, bro? Like,
you ain't see the one where he was talking about he was with Bill Cosby's daughter?
No.
And he kept looking up at her, and she kept looking like Bill Cosby. And that nigga started doing this towards the camera and shit. So Bill Cosby walked. Oh, that motherfucker's a nut, man.
Oh my god,
nut, dog.
Oh my god.
He said he would have married her, but he couldn't fuck her because she kept looking like Bill Cosby in the face.
I can't.
Sheer comedy.
All right, man. Let's go ahead.
Very
And
funny.
I just want to know the drug. I just want to know to avoid it. Like I
It's
want
the
to
Day
thin
avoid
one,
it.
day
line, not
one.
the rename. It's a thin line.
It's a thin line. All
It's a
right.
thin line. I like that.
That's perfect.
This nigga's undefeated, bro.
The
It's a
official
thin
preview rename
line
Best Man
between
Final Chapter.
love and hate.
It's a thin,
Oh,
Oh,
it's a
stop
very,
it.
very thin
the
line
official
Oh
true
my
between
score
god.
love and hate.
for Best Man Final Chapter.
Find out. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Now, Hyphen, you shaking your head. What did you give the first two movies? Were those above a 3?
Yeah,
The first one was like damn near a 5
that's a fact.
because
Okay.
it was,
Easy.
and then the second one I would have gave like a 4. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Because it was very touching. It was heartfelt. It was sad. You know what I'm saying? It delivered what it came to do.
Okay. This one we gave overall 3.75 was our overall score. You think that's fair or that's too low?
I think it's too low for this film because be honest, this film was not about gaining any new fans. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about that. It was just about nostalgia and watching the characters grow and you know what I'm saying, completing like I don't even want to say completing stories, but leaving things out there for the possibility of something more. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed this film. Like I gave it a hey guys, I gave it a 4.75. You know what I'm saying? And I gave my reasons why on why to give it the 2.5. You know what I'm saying? To make it a whole 5. But I really enjoyed this film. Get out here, watch it. You know what I'm saying? It was really good. I keep calling it a film because it was just so well put together. Even though I sat there and watched it all, like I wasn't bored with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I did get to that one episode with the LJ, the non-binary stuff, where I was like, I'm about to turn this shit off. You know what I'm saying? But I muscled through, and I'm glad I was able to.
Yeah, I do you see yourself rewatching and recommending?
Yeah, definitely. Get out there and watch this. Definitely gonna recommend it, and I already have rewatched it, so it was really I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it like Kaleidoscope. Watching it out of order and see.
I gave it the lowest score out of everybody. I ended up giving it like a 2.75.
Jesus.
I really felt like it wasn't really necessary.
Oh my.
The writing was okay. It wasn't like this wasn't a great series and it wasn't a bad series. It's like right in the middle somewhere. It got a little cheesy at times. It did feel a little Tyler Perry-esque, like they were dragging out certain things. And again, a lot of the conflicts and stuff were left unresolved for me. But again, like I'm always excited. This was a nostalgic play. I felt like they didn't do enough for me to enjoy the nostalgia. I'd rather just go back and watch the original movies. But with that said, it does have some rewatchability. There were comical points in this, points where I did laugh out loud, and there were some points where I just gave serious eye rolls, like for real. Like, come on, man, y'all could do better than that. I expected more, but no, high recommendation. Yeah, it was just okay for me.
Well, if you're a black product, black people are gonna be extra hard on you.
No, it ain't even really about that. I think
No,
what he's
that's
saying
not
is
fair. That's not
I
fair.
think what he's saying is fair.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying is fair. I just think you guys watched it from different
Different viewpoints.
different viewpoints, different perspectives, different attachments to it. You know what
And
I'm
my
saying?
whole thing is I'm
Yeah.
coming from the amount of TV shows and series and movies and stuff that we've already watched and been through. I'm judging it against that. I'm not just putting it up there because black people make it. Like, you're gonna have to come better than that for me.
No, what I'm saying is that sometimes, and this one we're all guilty of this. sometime when you're watching a film like this or with an all black cast, like you do expect a little bit. You do expect a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Just like at black businesses, like you hold a black business to a higher standard than you do at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? The McDonald's messes up your order, you keep going back to it, but the mom and pop store mess up your order, you don't go back. That's kind of what I'm saying about this. Like when I hear 2.75, I just kind of see like it's almost like you spitting on the film. You know what I'm saying? Or you're spitting on
No,
the series.
I felt like they
It
spit on
sounds
me.
it sounds like it was terrible. You know what I'm
No,
saying? And I just don't think it's terrible. I mean, I respect your opinion.
yeah,
You're free to have your opinion. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm just saying that what it sounds like from the other end of the spectrum. You're on one side of the spectrum. I'm on the other side. And so from the other, I'm just letting you know, like, hey man, it sounds like you just fucking hate the film. You
No,
know,
I don't fucking hate the
No,
film. It's just I expect
just based
more.
off your score. Just
I
based off your
expect
score.
I
That's all.
expect more with this caliber of acting. How about that? You have this high
I
caliber
think
actors in this. I expect more. You
You
on
on
mute?
mute,
Jay.
Jay?
You on mute, Jay?
sorry. I think outside of Morris Chestnut,
Yeah,
the acting I thought was really good. Um, I enjoyed everybody's performance actually. I just felt like some of the stories, like honestly, it really is just Harper's story. That's why I didn't give it a 5, because for the most part, it was enjoyable, except for like, you know, I didn't agree necessarily with the presentation of LJ's story. I didn't necessarily, but outside of that, and then Harper's story, I just didn't like how that they tied that up. And I think everybody is kind of like planning that, like, yeah, we said the final chapter, but we can make another one. But I feel like if you're presenting it as this is it, it's just disappointing to go out like this. For Harper to let Harper's story, the guy that you lead off with for the entire lifeline of this, to just decimate like that is just bullshit to me.
Rewatchability recommendation?
Yes and yes.
Okay. Myself, would I rewatch this? First of all, I would recommend it. I think, like I said, it's good with the trilogy. I consider it a great adaptation of the characters and the growth of each individual storyline. I thought they did a decent job with. They struggled a little bit, like Jay was saying, with Lance Sullivan's character to find a storyline for him. As Mel said, they could have explored him finding a new love interest and growing out of the pain and the guilt of losing his ex-wife Mia. That could have been a little bit interesting and definitely another mature angle to tackle a love story by two. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been smooth. But rewatching it, I kind of felt drained at the end because of what Jay was saying about Harper's character and all of that stuff. I didn't like that. And I just didn't feel like that was how it was supposed to go. But, you know, it was hard on men. That's how I felt at the end of this motherfucker, dog. So it would be a hard rewatch for me, but it may be a necessary rewatch if they do come with something else. So we'll see.
Yeah, this film just made me believe in black love again.
Man, bro, this shit
You
had me
guys,
struggling with friendship and everything, bro. It had me doing
facts,
all that. Yo, straight up.
facts.
That
I
whole
mean, real
scene at
talk.
the end was like, yo, this is why I do not be caught up in everybody's shit.
That's why I want to take a vacation like that. I'm like, man, I need to get out to more islands, man.
Like low key, I felt like I saw myself in every one of the characters, like
I agree.
from Harper to to Merge to Lance. Like I definitely do think like I would.
No, the film is very reflective on
Yeah,
your own self and
and I
things that
think
you may have dealt with. Period.
I feel like I can't give that enough praise for them to like keep on track with like the people who started with the first one, like at the same age groups and the same kind of like milestones in life, like, and then you see the similarities and the parallels between this story and what you go through in your own personal life. Is It's a different connection. So when certain things don't align or make sense, when characters are introduced and not developed, it's like breaks your heart, man. Breaks your heart.
Yeah. Although it is nice to see them portray black people in positive lights like this, whereas we ain't had to do no drugs.
I don't think that's a fair thing for people to still say. I think we have tons of examples today. You don't think so? At least in my diaspora.
Hey, to each his own. No, man, if y'all feel like we got it right, we got it wrong, y'all hit us up, trueviewpodcast.com. That's TRUVUE podcast.com, where you can like, subscribe, share, comment, help us defeat that all-powerful algorithm trying to hold the Black Pod down. And thank you for riding with us over at the YouTube. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that bell for notifications, and a thumbs up. Leave a comment, because we do get back to you, man. We here at the True View Podcast know that your time is precious. Don't waste your time out there with these punk-ass movies, man. Give us a listen and a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? And we got your back. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you want us to review as well, people. We got some good shit coming, man. It's good shit coming. True View Podcast.
Yo, check us out, man. We thank y'all for riding with us. Check me out. I'm IAM-X over on TikTok. Go ahead and give me some followers, man. Trying to bring my Ask Me Anything over to TikTok, man. So IAM-X over on TikTok. And while you're listening to podcasts, look up the Great Conversation Podcast. You can check me out on there. Anywhere that you're listening to your podcast at. Let's see, we got Is the World Flat coming up, so check me out over there. Alley-oop to my guy.
Oh man, we're gonna have special guest Kyrie Irving on there and Kanye West.
I don't even want to know. I'm not touching that. I'm not even. No. Get thee behind me, Satan. Get thee away.
Hey man, this one ran a little long, but I hope y'all enjoyed the combo on it. But here at the True View Podcast, you know what the hell we always say.
Go watch some shit.
Be proud to be black.
Touche.
True View Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
The boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son.
You know what I'm saying?
They really speak their truth.
The hell was that?
You're